Hey, what's up? Brad here from My Simple Builds. On this channel, I share the tips, tricks, and behind-the-scenes process behind the projects I make, plus all the mistakes I've made along the way, so that you don't have to. Today, we're not talking about the E1 or the O1 Omni. We're talking about a machine that isn't even on the market yet, the Morpho UV Printer. And normally, when I cover something I haven't touched, I tell you straight up, I don't own this thing, and neither do you, because it hasn't shipped yet. But this isn't me reading a spec sheet off their website. Justin from Bittner actually flew out to China and got an in-person tour of the Morpho lab. They sat down with their CEO, Brett Wang, and got hands-on with the actual machine before anyone else. So full credit to Bittner for the footage and access to this whole video that it's built on. Go check out his channel, I'll link it below. What made me want to break this down, besides the questions from all of you, is that this is not a polished marketing video. It's a real walkthrough. Cameras inside the machine with the CEO explaining design decisions, even the maintenance parts nobody glamorizes. So let's get into the 5 things that actually make this different from what you can buy today. First thing is the print head. Morpho is using an Epson i3200 on the Pro model. That's 8 channels, 400 nozzles each, so 3,200 nozzles total. Compare that to the consumer grade heads and machines like the E1, which are sitting closer to 1,080 nozzles. In the tour, Justin and Brett talk through what they actually mean in practice. Smaller minimum droplet size, longer print head lifespan because it's natively built for UV ink instead of adapted for it. And Morpho is claiming up to 9 times faster print speeds because of it. Now, 9 times is their number, not an independently verified number. I want to be straight with you about that. But even if it's directionally true, it's a real jump from anything at this price point right now. Second, and this is the one that got me, the Morpho has 4 cameras built into this machine. 2 stereo vision cameras that measure object height and map contours in a couple of seconds, a live view camera so you can watch the print happen through the app without opening the lid, and a carriage-mounted micro camera that checks the nozzles for clogs mid-print. Here's the part that matters for your workflow. On the tour, they show objects placed randomly on the bed, not lined up, not measured, and the software auto-detects where each one is and rotates your design to fit it. One click, that's what you call a batch fill. If you've ever spent 20 minutes or more on the E1 manually nudging objects into position only to find out that the fisheye lens has your item in the wrong spot, you'll get why this is a big deal. Third, Morpho has a built-in spectrophotometer. In plain English, it's a sensor that reads the actual printed color and checks it against what you wanted, so colors stay consistent print after print. Brett even shows Justin how you can hold up a physical object like a client's exact brand color, and the machine reads it and saves it to a color library. That's a feature you'd expect from a machine costing multiple times more, not a desktop unit. Fourth, and this one I care about most, because it crosses over into my laser world. Morpho's software can generate registration marks and export an SVG file after a print. So you can take that file straight over to your laser and cut the exact outline that you just printed. None of the machines on the market right now, including the E1, have this print-to-cut handoff to any machine built in like this. The O1 Omni only works directly with the P3 for print and cut for now. If you're doing UV printed inserts, layered signs, anything that needs a clean cut around the printed design, this closes a gap I've personally run into. Fifth, Morpho is publishing open source CAD files, dimensions, and electrical interfaces so you can design and 3D print your own jigs or build your own hardware attachments through their SDK. The E1 and O1 Omni are closed systems. You use what they give you, or you have to search for an aftermarket design from other vendors. Morpho's whole pitch, at least based on what Brett walks through in this tour, is that the platform stays open so the maker community can build on top of it. Now, I want to be real with you because that's the whole point of this channel. This is one hands-on tour from one creator at Morpho's own facility. It's not an independent long-term test. We don't know ink prices yet. We don't know real-world reliability over months of use. But it has been in development for over 2 years. So this isn't a rushed direct response to other machines already on the market. And the Kickstarter for this is just rolling out. So don't go pre-ordering based on a 5-minute cool feature in a video. Watch Bittner Built's full tour, I'll link it below, and treat it like I'm treating it. Worth tracking, not worth betting on yet. If this kind of breakdown is useful, this is exactly the kind of thing I'll keep tracking as Morpho gets closer to shipping. Unless Morpho sends me a machine, I probably won't have any hands-on videos for this one. But stay tuned because I'll be making videos on the O1 Omni as soon as I get my hands on it. Subscribe so you don't miss it. So let me know, what machine are you saving up for? Put your answer in the comments below. I'll be back here on Friday with another build for back to school. So until then, go make something.